Welcome to English Podcast for You. I'm Maria, and I'm so excited to have you here. Whether you're just starting to learn English or looking to improve your skills, you're in the right place. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an episode. Let's learn together and make English fun and easy. Hello, my beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today, I want to tell you a story from my childhood. It's about a day at school when I was young. But before we start, let me say this. School is not just about books and exams. School is a place where we grow, make friends, and collect memories that we carry forever. I know sometimes it's hard to wake up early, prepare for classes, and go through long hours of lessons. Maybe you feel tired, maybe you don't like some subjects, or maybe you feel nervous before a test. But remember this. Every single day at school is an opportunity to learn something new, not only about math or English, but also about life. When I was young, I didn't always realize how important school was. Some days, I just wanted to stay in bed. But looking back, I can see that those school days shaped me into the person I am today. That's why I want to share this story with you. It will not only help you practice English, but it will also remind you that school is full of small, beautiful moments that we sometimes forget to appreciate. So listen carefully, enjoy the story, and think about your own school days as you follow along. And also, this story is in the past tense, so it will help you practice listening and understanding how we use the past to describe memories. Listen carefully. Repeat sentences if you want, and enjoy the story. Let's start it. When I was a child, I usually woke up very early for school. But on this day, something special happened. The sun was shining brightly through my window, and I remember feeling excited because I had art class in the afternoon. I got out of bed, stretched my arms, and quickly went to wash my face. My mom was already in the kitchen, and the smell of warm bread filled the house. She said, "Good morning. Hurry up, you don't want to be late." I smiled, brushed my teeth, and put on my school uniform. At the table, my mom gave me bread with cheese and honey, plus a glass of milk. I ate quickly because I didn't want my friends to leave without me. After breakfast, I put my books and lunchbox into my backpack. It was heavy, but I didn't care. I was ready for school. When I stepped outside, the air was fresh. I saw my friends waiting at the corner. They shouted, "Come on, let's go!" We walked together, laughing and talking about cartoons we had watched the night before. The road to school was always noisy with children's voices, and it felt like a little parade every morning. When we reached the schoolyard, it was full of life. Some children were playing football, others were jumping rope, and a few were just sitting and chatting. I joined a quick game before the bell rang. Suddenly, clang. The big bell rang loudly, and we all ran into our classrooms. Our teacher, Mrs. Taylor, was already waiting. She smiled and said, "Good morning, class." We all stood up and answered together, "Good morning, Mrs. Taylor." The first lesson was mathematics. She wrote problems on that blackboard and asked us to solve them. I wasn't very good at math, but I tried my best. At one point, she asked me to come to the board. My heart beat fast, but I solved the problem slowly. She nodded and said, "Good job, keep practicing." That made me feel more confident. The second lesson was English. This was my favorite subject. We practiced new words and made simple sentences. The teacher asked, "What did you do yesterday?" And one by one we answered. When it was my turn, I said, "I played football with my friends." The teacher smiled and corrected my pronunciation a little. I loved learning like that. Finally, the bell rang for break. I ran outside with my friends. We sat under a big tree and opened our lunch boxes. I had a sandwich, an apple, and some cookies. My best friend asked, "Do you want to trade your cookies for my chips?" I laughed and said, "Okay, but only one cookie." We talked about cartoons, sports, and even small secrets. Break time always felt too short, but it was my favorite part of the day because we could relax and be ourselves. After break, we had science class. The teacher brought small plants and explained how they grew. I remember touching the leaves and being amazed at how something so small could become a tree. Then came art class. The class I had been waiting for all day. The teacher gave us paper and colors and told us to draw our dream house. I imagined a house with a big garden, colorful flowers, and a bright sun in the sky. I drew it carefully, and when I finished, the teacher said, "This is beautiful. I will put it on the classroom wall." I felt so proud at that moment. When the final bell rang, we packed our things. The classroom was noisy with everyone talking at the same time. My friend said, "See you tomorrow," and we walked home together. The road felt quieter now because we were all tired after a long day. When I reached home, my mom asked, "How was school today?" I told her everything. The math problem, the English lesson, the funny trade at lunch, and my drawing and art class. She smiled and said, "I'm proud of you." That night, I felt tired but happy. I lay in bed, closed my eyes, and thought about my colorful drawing on the classroom wall. It was just a normal school day, but it became a memory I will never forget. And that was a day at school when I was young. It may sound simple, but for me it was so much more than just an ordinary school day. It was filled with laughter, with the sound of children running in the yard, with the smell of fresh bread in the morning, and with the joy of drawing my dream house in art class. Every little detail from that day stayed with me. The heavy backpack, the noisy classroom, the playful trades of cookies and chips at lunch, and the proud moment when my teacher put my drawing on the wall. When I think back to those days, I realize how special they truly were. The friendships, the games, the small challenges in class, all of them created memories that I carry in my heart even today. School was not just a place to study. It was a place where I learned how to share, how to try, how to laugh, and how to grow. These moments remind me that sometimes the most ordinary days become the most unforgettable ones. That simple morning walk with my friends, or the excitement of break time under the big tree, may not have seemed important then, but now they shine like precious pieces of my childhood. You will find a PDF in the description with all the vocabulary from today's story. You can read it out loud and practice shadowing with the text so you enjoy the story again while improving your English step by step. Now it's your turn. Try to write about one of your school days in the past. What did you do? Who did you meet? What was your favorite part? Use sentences like, "I woke up early," "I walked with my friends," or "I studied English." The more you practice, the more confident you will feel. So my friends, go to school with energy. Learn as much as you can. And remember, you are building your future step by step, day by day. See you soon and bye for now.